from Secret.
That to me says VP need to punish the lanes. This is so greedy from Secret, and they need to make sure that the Luna suffers. Otherwise, if Arteezy has a good game, I don't really see any way for VP to win this, because you can't really do much to a Darkseer or a Quad. And Silencer last pick.
Your brother has had a couple of Enigmas in this tournament. They're 100% as well. 3 picks out of the TR5 so far.
Wait, you're saying we've had all of them, or they've won every game?
No, you've won 2 with them. Yeah, Aoi picked up the other one.
Yeah, it's a
3 out of 3.
Really, really solid hero.
All right, thank you very much. Draft is done. We'll get into game 2 and we'll return to our commentary team.
Tournament life on the line here. Virtus Pro need to walk away with a win in this game number 2. I'm Capitalist. I'm joined by William Blitz Lee, the former mid player for Team Zephyr, who specializes in heroes such as Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit. Luckily for Blitz, we have a Storm Spirit this game.
You really do. It's almost as if they knew. But he's going to be playing the Storm, and this is a kind of great Storm game. Like, he should do really well. I think against this type of lineup when he has this much backup. I was going to say something mean, but your mom's here, so I can't really do that. Like, I gotta...
Thank you,
No,
Mom.
that wasn't one of those moments you guys go, Owen! It was just meaning I was trying to be a nice guy for once.
Thank you, Mom.
That was not an insult. Why
Blitz's flames.
Why are people acting as if I flamed you?
But talk about this. Storm Spirit, I mean, it's really good in conjunction with the Illidan Silencer, right? Because when you're able to jump in, you have this sort of freedom with global sounds going off at the same time when you initiate. It gives you just this sort of fearless feeling when you go in.
I think my 2 favorite heroes to play with when you do play Storm is, one is Silencer, the other is Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter is the hero that gives you the comeback gold, and it's not in this game, but the Silencer is so good just because you fear almost nothing. Even when BKBs are popped, you know that the supports are typically going to be the heroes that zone you out or lock you down the most, right? And that's reflected in Secret's lineup. You've got Puppey, who's playing the Enigma, a pretty greedy support. You've got Kuro playing the Shadow Shaman, another greedy support. So what's the likelihood that either of them get a BKB?
I mean, the Enigma at this point in time, like, item-wise, can he go straight for the BKB and leave Zai the early mech?
Probably should, but at the same time, it's still okay for the Storm to play against, because he can just play around that timing. It's really the Queen of Pain and what she decides to do that's going to determine a lot in this game. Like, if S4 decides to go for something like the Orchid first, it would be really good, but at the same time, like, I'm just thinking way ahead into the future. If S4 goes Orchid, then VP counters him by getting a Yules on their Lina and just blowing him up in every fight with Global Silence. So S4 probably has to go something like maybe the Sumail build, where he decides to go for the Yule Scepter early so he can continuously kite.
Alright, starting off our laning phase here, we've got God on the Storm Spirit facing up against S4's Queen of Pain. FNG already going to lay some harassment down on the line. Our offlaner for VP is going to be DK Phobos playing the Earthshaker up against Team Secret's Kuro on the Shadow Shaman, and Arteezy playing the Luna. Puppey's going to be in the jungle as the Enigma. Their offlaner is Zai, who's playing the Darkseer up against Illidan Silencer and Lil's signature Visage. We haven't seen too much Visage in the main event, but can't get much better Visage player than Lil.
Yeah, I think it was Hanskin that said, if you look at Lil's Dota buff page, it's just Visage. Like, he's like the only person in the world besides AUI that enjoys playing Visage in pubs.
Yeah, most people spam sort of like mid heroes such as Storm Spirit, but Lil actually goes for a lot of support Visage for some reason.
It's just a good hero.
Yep.
It's one of the heroes that it's incredibly versatile. It's just good against a lot of the heroes from Secret. It's almost going to be impossible for Puppey to hit the black hole if Lil is really good with the bats. And it's good against the Darkseer too, because you can just slow his momentum. Like, heroes that have instant escapes or abilities that need to cast, it's incredibly good against.
They're actually doing dual lanes right now. FNG has joined DK Phobos, probably because of the greediness of the Team Secret supports. As you said, like, the Enigma's going to be full-time jungling here, maybe rotates over for a gank or two, but most of the time is there. And then Shadow Shaman, in battling scenarios here in 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, he's not particularly strong just because he is so squishy.
No, he's kind of bad. It's not just because he's squishy, but the initiation range on the hero is so incredibly short.
FNG, he actually lands that one. He's going to get close enough to land an extra right click. He actually grabs the haste rune and is going to try and do battle up against Kuro. He's trying to get to the safety of Puppey, but Puppey's like, not me, man. I don't want to be anywhere near that one. First blood does go to God.
Yeah, the reason why Puppey can't help him there in that situation is because what are you going to do? You've got 1 level of Midnight Pulse and 2 levels of Demonic Conversion. You don't even want to trade HP at that point. Just go back to your jungle, save time, but this is really going to help G in this mid lane. I think with the kill, it definitely puts him a lot further ahead of S4 when it comes to farm. But when it comes to levels, S4 is going to hit the level 6 sooner. So what I'd really like to see from G is, as soon as he hits level 5 and he's reasonably certain the Queen of Pain's a creep or 2 from hitting level 6, just rotate into jungle. There's no reason to contest the lane at that point. She's just going to out-level you. That's the nature of the matchup. It's not worth it to continue to contest.
Now, Puppey, he does go for the early level of Midnight Pulse in order to better allow him to stack by clearing through trees, right? It allows you to very efficiently stack up neutral camps and maybe even set things up for Queen of Pain to join him later on and be a part of that experience.
Yeah, and the Enigma, I mean, he's doing a really good job of farming right now. He's level 4, he's about to hit level 5. He's keeping up when it comes to farming level. This is what you expect out of Enigma. I think I ran into Puppey maybe 10 or 15 times in solo queue. Every single time it was the Enigma. Every single time he completely dominated the game and just led his team to a victory. And it was incredibly frustrating to play against him. Although this isn't a pub game, I mean, he's so good at finding the levels on the hero. Like, he's just done it so many times. There is a mechanical limit that you need to just play with to constantly push through.
Yeah, a good timing for Enigma is hitting level 5 by the minute 4, and he already has it. He's actually a good 30 seconds ahead of that. Kuro right now is actually trying to rotate into the middle lane right now. Trying to get behind G and catch him out, but that's just not going to happen. S4 playing pretty aggressively. Meanwhile, FNG trying to push back Puppey away from that top rune, but back up the Eidolons can't really challenge that jungler.
Yeah, as soon as G or S4 gets this top rune, I think G just backs up and runs. Go to the jungle right now. You know, you're not certain where S4 is when it comes to his level 6 timing, but you know that it's soon. So I don't think it's worth it, unless FNG just decides to sit this mid lane.
You also have the potential smoke being run out to Puppey as well. You know, as soon as he hits level 6, he's probably going to be looking for at least one gank to use that ultimate. So I like the idea a lot of just sitting back, farming up your neutrals. Bottom lane here, Zai, he's got the surge, so he should be fine here. They're going to get a lot of damage out from Lil's nuke. Oh, he didn't actually pop it in time. Seems like the nighttime vision cost Lil the opportunity there. Don't think it would have killed anyway, as it was only level 3 assumption, but would have brought Zai close.
Yeah, and if you notice that G's just abandoned this mid lane, he knows that S4 is level 6 now. There's no reason to contest the lane. I think he learned off of that CTY Sumail matchup, where as soon as Sumail hits level 6, he just dives him. That's a really common thing to happen, and I think that was just CTY slipping up a little, but G's going to be smart about this. Guarantee that he gets level 6, so that the Queen of Pain can't just dive him and punish him and get that additional level on him. Gonna get level 6 with that. Just roll back to base.
Oh, Kuro's been caught here. DK Phobos hits him with the Fissure, and they need another right click. Kuro saving his own life with the shackles, but he'll die eventually. DK Phobos is the one to secure the last hit, and will be able to get himself not only the Tranquil Boots, but also the Soul Ring's going to be coming in soon for him. This really speeds up the farming time of the Earthship.
Yeah, now the Storm Spirit, this is the benefit. You go to the jungle, you TP top, you can bottle your offlaner once, and then they can dive Arteezy if he wants. He's not level 6 yet. They've got the Fissure available. They're just going to set this up real nicely.
Yeah, the Chain Stun's easily going to overwhelm a squishy hero like Arteezy on that Luna. So free pickoff, things going quite well. Much better for Virtus Pro than they did in game number 1.
Yeah, and G can just sit up here for a little bit. He can rotate to the jungle if he wants. There is an Eidolon just watching that top room because he wants to secure it for S4, but
Illidan chose not to go for Global Silence here at level 6, instead went for the extra kill power of a level at Last Word, or maybe the Blaze of Wisdom, not sure which he leveled first. Why do you think that is? I mean, it would seem like, as the safe lane farmer, that Global Silence is still going to be critical for Storm Spirit when he goes for these ganks.
I think it's just so that he has a little bit more lane control, but I think he should have at least gotten a level, because Puppey can just go for plays like this.
S4, yeah, he's going to pop both the ultimates there. They will be able to pick up that quick kill on G's Storm Spirit. Well worth the double ults.
Yeah, that slows down the momentum of the Storm Spirit so much, who has been relying on ganking to get farm, but still, VP's doing a really good job of keeping up with rotations. Luna's one of those heroes that is incredibly weak in the laning phase, and I mean, Kuro's playing probably one of the weakest supports from that level 2 region to level 5. Or he doesn't.
He has to dodge this light strike array, will not be able to, and here comes the nuke. He gets popped real quick. Arteezy actually makes his rotation. He pops the ultimate. But VP, they're going to stay grouped up together and try and fight up against Arteezy. The nuke's there. They get the kill, but S4, he has the double damage rune, gets the kill, and it still ends. They get the stun. 3 kills for S4. Still, though, they picked up a kill on Zai as well as Arteezy's Luna. That's really going to set back that Luna quite a bit. It's not the worst thing in the world for VP.
I think it was Matt who I was talking to yesterday, and he said, the thing that's crazy about playing against the Queen of Pain is that you know you only have 2 or 3 seconds to start a gank, and then you're dead.
Light Strike Array lands on him, the chain stuns, and again, there's not much he can do. In a 2 versus 1 scenario, Shackles doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, but S4, perfect rotations. That's that blink buff, you know. You TP to that bottom tier 1 tower, and you instantly come in every single time. It does so much damage.
6-4, 8 minutes in right now. Rather even game, of course. Secret are going to be a bit ahead in experience because of Puppey, primarily. He's always able to get that extra amount of XP through jungling. It's already level 8. Build-wise, we'll see what he goes for, as we don't see the remnants of a mech on either one of Puppey or Zai.
I think that you still go for a mech on... Oh, they actually just get another kill.
Beautiful pickup. Managed to get the silencer. S4 backs himself up a bit low, but they're going to be fine. VP are just going to focus on this tier 1 tower in the top lane. They know it's going to be a trade-off. A little bit unfavorable for them, but still. Got to be what they focus on, especially with FNG still not having his level 6.
What's so dangerous right now is that he is going to run into this timing where he's just going to fall really far behind this Queen of Pain, and what she decides to build is going to dictate a lot of what he's going to decide to build. That's why he's going to hold on to his gold for a little bit at least. He'll probably still go for the Soul Ring no matter what he goes for, but after that point he just has to kind of hold on and wait. And it does look like that S4 is going to go for the Orchid, which